come across my videos, you are probably thinking, come on, hurry up, tell me, how do I become a probation officer? So if that's you, carry on watching, because this video is going to be really important for you. And if you're not sure if you want to be a probation officer, but you've stumbled across it anyway, hi, my name is Sarah and I share videos to help you understand what the job of a probation officer is really like. I used to work as a probation officer, and if you're here because you are interested in criminology careers or want to work in criminal justice, it will be really, really valuable for you as well. So one reason I share what I do is to help you see a realistic view of what it's like to be a probation officer. And yes, it is a challenging job. Yes, it is stressful. And yes, you will face challenging times in your own life, and you will face stressful times in your life. And I've had quite a few people ask me, how do you keep your mental health in check when you are a probation officer? So that's what I'm going to do this video about, because no one is immune from experiencing difficulties with their mental health. Whether you are a probation officer or not, we are all likely to experience periods. I know I've experienced periods with my own mental health where I've struggled more times than not. So some of this is coming from not only my experience of being a probation officer and helping other people with their mental health, but from my own experience. And I feel like this matters so much, and I think especially in our times now, maybe since the pandemic, or mental health awareness has just become more important. But I don't want it to just become, yeah, something that we talk about, but we still are abandoning ourselves. And it's so important, I want you guys to know how to look after yourselves, because alongside you starting your career, like if you're anything like me, you're starting your career and you're like 23, 24, that is a time where there's so many life shifts in your life. So it's like you've got the journey of your career in one lane, and then you've got maybe entering new relationships, breakdown of relationships, changes in your family dynamics. Maybe you're starting to have children or think about children. Maybe some of you are starting to get married. Maybe some of you are starting to buy a house, think about where to move. Everybody experiences like massive life shifts, but I feel like in your 20s, 30s, you go through a lot of shifts for the first time, which can take its toll on your mental health. And it's all that pressure of all those life changes and the pressure of starting a new job or being in a job that is highly pressurized, that can make you just like, be like, no, this is too much, I'll quit. And if you go back to my video where I've actually talked about why I quit my job, I talk a bit more in depth about how I navigated through those stages of my life from where maybe some of you are at right now. And throughout my job as a probation officer, I used to love hearing from, training, mentoring the newly qualified people, because they would reach out obviously for support, but I recognised in them what was in me and what may be in you as well. And same with the clients that I work with on my coaching programs. You end up feeling really demotivated, really irritable, tired, maybe reaching more for like unhealthy foods, not doing the things that are good for you. It's kind of like self-beating yourself up, so your exercise stops, or you can't bother to even start exercise, you can't bother to see people at the weekends, you're just tired and you're just drained. And wherever you are in life, that's not a nice place to be. So I really, really want to help you if you're feeling in that place now. Yes, you still can work as a probation officer. But okay, let me get into some of the routines and things that I do to keep my own mental health in check. I really want you to know as well, if you are going through the, like, when you're in that depths of where you see nowhere out, I just want you to know that you are not alone. You are 100% not alone. It may really feel like that, but do reach out to talk to someone. And these tips that I'm going to share you are not one size fits all. I'm sharing them with you so you can see how I've managed my own well-being and mental health in the job and beyond the job. But that's things that I've tailored to fit around me, my lifestyle, how I am and what fits me. So I never say one size fits everybody. Everybody's different, but you can still take away something from this. So the first thing that I do, I'm a single parent with 2 young children under 7. both are in school. So for me, I need to start my day full. So I need to fill up my cup. So for me to be able to do that, I have to get up early. I have to do it. I was always more naturally an early riser, but to get up really early, it's like you have to like train yourself to do it. It's not just happens like that. So find your why. Why am I getting up early? I'm getting up early because when I have got up early, I feel so much better. I feel refreshed. I've actually looked after me before I can then care for my children and then care for everyone in my job as a probation officer. So what do I actually do when I get up early? That's the next thing. When you get up early, attach something nice, like attach a positive thing. So for me, I get up early, I will journal. I won't go endlessly journaling like I do at night, but I'll journal like maybe 1 page. I'll read part of my book that I'm reading. I like self-development, reflections, that kind of thing, which sets me up for the day. And then I will do yoga. Not a massive long session, probably 20 minutes is the maximum. But those 3 things I absolutely love doing. I love having time by myself. I love to be reading, I love to write, and I love to do yoga. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think if I don't get up early, it's like I've missed out on that time for me. So it's an incentive. So you want to create your own incentive that works for you for why you're getting up early. And with the journaling as well in the morning, make it simple. So you can either do 3 things you're grateful for or set your intentions for the day. Just start with that. So how do you want to feel today? How do you want to go about your day? Rather than a to-do list of, right, I need to get the washing done, I need to do this. No, how do you want to feel? How do you want to move through your day? Who do you want to be? And then with the exercise, I've mentioned yoga because that's just what fits for me, that's what works for me. This time last year, I wasn't doing yoga in the mornings, but I was doing like another exercise workout thing. I've now just transitioned to yoga and that's just works for me. I just do yoga with Adrienne on YouTube and that's fine. And I think it's about challenging and changing what we think needs to be exercise. Exercise doesn't need to be getting up, going to the gym and doing an hour in the gym or going to a class. That's one form of exercise, but the most important thing here that's going to keep your mental health in check is having some consistency. So maybe it's going for a run because you can just get up and go. As long as you can make it attainable for every day. Don't set yourself the target if you've never run before. I'm going to get up at 6 AM and run for a whole hour, because that's not going to happen. Do it, okay, if running is what you're going to try, maybe think, okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes when I get up at 6 AM. And then gradually you can build it up because you start getting stronger and feeling the benefits of it. And that's the thing. Whenever you hear about mental health, experts will always say diet, exercise is really important, but still we leave that behind. So getting into that consistency and that routine, but definitely moving my body every day, I do notice a difference, and I notice a difference on the days that I don't do it. I feel more sluggish and it's harder. I also don't watch the news. I know I'm a probation officer, I should know about the news and everything going on, but for me that helps my mental health because you can be bombarded constantly all the time with all the negativity that's going on in the world, whether it's near or far. Plus you've got in your job, you're dealing every day with people that are in negative states. So why do I need to add to that by watching the news? Because come on, the news is never good. Right, and then the next biggest game changer for me is having an accountability partner. So I've got different accountability partners for different areas of my life, which really helps. I've got one accountability partner and we will message each other to check what time did we wake up. That gives me some accountability of, oh, someone else is watching, like someone else is relying on me for their motivation and I'm relying on them for my motivation, and you know what, it works. And that has been a game changer for me personally. This can be whether you are on the peak whip or you are graduated and you're looking to get into work. You want to have someone that can be reliable for you and you can maybe support them as well. So it is a two-way relationship. So say if you have just started the peak whip, I don't know what groups you're set up into, but maybe find someone else on the peak whip that you can check in with regularly, that you can set small goals. Also, I know there's a lot of females that watch my videos. If you're male and you're watching this, we are going to talk about our period cycles because that's important. As a female, be aware of your cycles. So I've only just started truly like tuning into my period cycles within the past, I was just gonna say like 9 months because it's not yet been a year. But I started tracking my cycle only when I got pregnant, so in my late 20s. Before that, it was just like, oh, whenever. I will leave a link to someone actually who shares some stuff about the menstrual cycle, if I remember. But just be aware of it because it helps you realise, okay, I'm not going to be in this feeling like this forever. It's just temporary, happens every month. I'm aware of it now. I'm aware that it's coming. It's not only tracking when is your period due, but tracking how are you feeling, because your mood does change, your hormones levels dip. So for me, the week before, my hormone levels really dip. So I'm not as productive. So if you are aware of those times, it's not the end of the world. It's just how I am feeling right now, and maybe be extra kind to yourself. So don't take on additional tasks or make important decisions in that week. It's like you can kind of prepare and be like, okay, I'm all right. It's not the end of the world, because sometimes it feels like the end of the world when you're feeling really low. So to help keep your mental health in check, we're constantly on our phones, constantly distracted, and it doesn't feel nice when you're just constantly on it. I feel like that anyway. So in the morning, I will not look at my phone. I will put it on sleep mode, so I won't have any notifications. I've even started turning off the internet so that I'm not even tempted. And that just helps start the day without anyone else's influence or having to be anywhere or answer to anyone or anything. So that's another tip around your phone. If you feel like, yeah, I wanna like start implementing these, it's about releasing like old beliefs as well. So have a look in my book. I've got step-by-step processes that will help you. It's on Amazon, the link is below. If you've watched my videos, you'll know that already.